Good morning, students. In my previous class, I completed the chapter that is India's foreign trade. Now, I am going to discuss few important questions which are related to in this chapter. Some important questions that are frequently asked in the examination. The first question is how significant is foreign trade in the context of growth and development of an underdeveloped economy like India? Means, what is the significance of foreign trade in the growth and development of uh, underdeveloped country, underdeveloped economy like India? So here you have to, the question will be like this, and you have to write answer. Answer I am discussing over here, so you can understand how to write answer. Student, you must write answer in points, so it would be easy for the for you and for the evaluator also to correct the answer effectively. Now, you have to write answer like this. First, you have to write what is foreign trade. So, foreign trade plays a significant role in the context of growth and development of an underdeveloped economy like India. And now, the following observation of foreign trade. Like first one, foreign trade offers a huge market for the goods produced in the domestic economy of less developed countries. Foreign trade offers a huge market. Uh, you can write to huge market, or you can add few more sentences like foreign trade offers huge market for the goods and services produced in the domestic economy of less developed economies like India. Now, next one is foreign trade offers opportunities of investment in the international market. Less developed countries can benefit by offering their markets as a profitable destination for foreign institutional investment and foreign direct investment. As you know, students, there are two kind of investment. Foreign investment, first is foreign direct investment, that is FDI, and second one is FII. You have already studied it in class 10th or even class 11 also, that is FDI and FII. FDI is foreign direct investment and FII is foreign institutional investment. So foreign trade offers opportunities of investment in the international market. uh, Less developed countries can benefit of by offering their market as a profitable destination for FII and FDI, foreign direct investment. In the less developed economies, the rich developed economy can invest their money in terms of FDI and FII, foreign institutional investment and foreign direct investment. Next is foreign trade facilitates specialization in the production of those goods in case of which they enjoy comparative cost advantage. Foreign trade help those countries in that way, that those countries who are specialized in some goods, they can export those goods to another country, and those and import those goods, they import those goods that they cannot produce in the domestic economy. So foreign trade helps those countries which are specialized in some goods, and they can export those surplus goods to another country and purchase those goods which they cannot produce. So foreign trade helps in that context. Then is foreign trade is a source of foreign exchange, so badly needed by less developed countries to boost their growth and development. For less developed country, foreign exchange is very necessary, because through foreign exchange they can purchase goods and services, and they can also boost their growth and development. Next one is foreign trade facilitates the import of machinery and high-tech plants. With the help of foreign trade, the less developing country or developing country can purchase machines and high-tech plants from another country, and with the less developed country must obtain these with the help of high-tech plants and machines. That machines and high-tech plants will help the development of their economy and also help in the GDP growth. So students, these are the significance of foreign trade. I discussed here one question that is very important for you, and I discussed the answers. So this way you can write answer. You can explain these points also. You can add few sentences as you feel that is required, and through this you can this way you can write their answer. That is very important questions. Now few more questions that I will discuss here. So and you have to write answer yourself. The first, these questions are also very important. The second question is, should India rely more on import substitution rather than export promotion to improve its balance of trade? Balance of trade means difference in export and import of goods. So, the question again, I am repeating it. Should India rely more on import substitution? Means India should rely on import substitution rather than export promotion it to improve its balance of trade. This question is based on how you think about about the policy of government, that is import substitution and export promotion. What is your view in this regard, that should government rely more on import substitution rather than export promotion? The import substitution means protecting the domestic industry, that I have discussed in my previous video. What is import substitution and what is the positive and negative effect of import substitution? And export promotion means government should more focus on exporting goods and services. So how export improve the balance of trade? That is like question. This question came into the category of high order thinking skills question, and in this question, according to the concept of import substitution and export promotion, you have to write their answer. Okay, the student, you will write like this. In the wake of globalization, present scenario, the situation of globalization, you know the what is the meaning of globalization, and that this topic is you have studied earlier in class 10th and 11th also, but in detail I will explain it in next chapter. But the basic concept of globalization you must be knowing. Again I am repeating that globalization means integration of economy with the world economy. So in present scenario, that is the situation of globalization. The whole world is working as a global village. So in present scenario, in the wake of globalization, when market economies are increasingly shifting to the policy of free trade and tariff and being moderated, the policy of import substitution, again, what is import substitutions? Import substitution is supported with the protection to the domestic industry is no longer a viable option. India has to rely on policy of export promotion to improve its balance of trade. However, we can certainly focus on great domestic output so that our import bills are reduced, but it would be more through competition rather than policy of protection. Students, before 1990, India India has a strategy of import substitution where government protecting the interest of domestic industry by imposing high tariff rates. So, after 1990, means after 1990, when globalization was introduced, in that scenario, government should uh, uh, remove this policy, that is import substitution, and encourage export promotion. Though government should also focus on increase in domestic output, uh, and government should also make policies through which domestic output will increase and that our import will also reduce, but it would be more through competition rather than policy of protection, means import substitution where government protecting the domestic industry. Government should change the policy and outlook related to the domestic competition, domestic industry. Government should more focus on how to increase our domestic output, how to make goods according to the international competition, world competition. So government should change the policy of import substitution, and government should uh, protect domestic industry, but they should give more emphasis on the improving the quality of goods and services. So you can write in this way. And next question that is also very important, that question is also frequently asked, that is explain how import substitution can protect domestic industry. This question basically is uh, related to the benefit of import substitution, that the import substitution that is before 90, the policy before 1990, and how import substitution protect domestic industry. So that is also important, that will be came into the small um, uh, short questions. Like though you can write like what is import substitution. Import substitution policy aims at or substituting replacing replacing or substituting imports with domestic production domestic production. So domestic production, for example, how import substitution policy aims at replacing or substitution import with domestic production. Then for example I will explain here, like importing vehicles made in a foreign country, industry would be encouraged to produce them in the country itself. The policy restricts import and therefore protect the domestic firm from foreign competition. Again I am explaining it. Well, this question is like explain how import substitution can protect domestic industry, how this policy protect domestic industry. First, what is import substitution? Import substitution means the policy aims at replacing import with domestic production. And how how it can be achieved, like for example, if uh, our country is importing vehicles made in foreign country, then there should be a option, or government should encourage to produce vehicle in the domestic territory of this country. This policy, this import substitution policy restrict import and therefore protect the domestic firm from foreign competition. So you can write in this way. Few more question will be which is also very important, like that I have discussed in my previous class, that is Direction of trade, direction of direction of the India's foreign trade, or direction of India's foreign trade means direction of India's foreign trade. What is direction of India's foreign trade? And in this question you have to write to which country India exporting goods and services, and from which country India is importing goods and services. Which of the countries of the world which are the major player of foreign trade with India? So in and that question I have already discussed. Again I am discussing it. Presently, India's major trading partners are UAE, United Arab Emirates, China, USA, a few European countries like Switzerland, Belgium, Australia is also, Iran, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, UK, and Belgium. Uh, um, in terms of export and import, if we talk in terms of export and import, USA share in United States of America's share in India's export in 1819 was recorded to be 15.9%. In terms of export with USA, that is 15.9%. And after USA, the major exporting partner of India is UAE, United Arab Emirates. That is their contribution in 9.1%. Then after China, 5.1%. Then you have to write the direction of trade, means which country India is exporting goods and services, and from which country India is importing goods and services. So major trading partner of India is UAE, USA, China, Japan, Iran, Indonesia, and the major exporter of India is first position, that is still USA, and then after UAE, and then China. And as far as India's import is concerned, China is occupies first position with 13 point import. Then China, first one, China, their contribution is 3.7%. Then after USA, and then after Saudi Arabia. So you have to write like this. In this question you will write which are the major trading partner of India, and from which country India is exporting goods and services, and from which country India is importing goods and services. Now next question is state the principal changes in the composition of India's foreign trade after independence. You have to write the answer like what is the composition of India's foreign trade. First, what is composition of trade? Composition of trade refers to, that I will discuss, but again I am discussing over here. Composition of trade refers to the item of export and import. Items of export and import. What is composition of trade? Means item, what kind of goods and services exporting and importing. That you have to write. State the principal changes in composition of India's foreign after independence. After independence, what kind of goods and services India exporting and importing to rest of the world. That you have to write here. So after independence, it is seen that first one is decline in percentage share of agricultural export. Initially, at the time of independence, or after independence, after few years of independence, India were leading exporter of good agricultural goods. But it is seen that in the decline in the percentage share of agricultural export. There has been significant decline in percentage share of agricultural item in total export, because India started using its farm product as a raw material for its domestic industry. And our government starting to, because of industrialization and few industry, they are uh, they are needed, which raw material which are taken from the in agriculture sector. And second is there is substantial rise in India's population has raised the domestic consumption of farm product. Why decline in percentage share of agriculture export? Because India itself started to use farm product as a raw material from its domestic product, and then because of rise in population, the domestic consumption of farm product also increase. Then decline in percentage share of conventional item. Conventional item of India export include jute, tea, food grain and minerals. This item constituted the bulk of India's export at the time of independence. But with the planned development program by the government, domestic demand for conventional item has tended to rise. Therefore, the share of total export has tended to fall. Then next is increase in percentage share of manufactured goods. Percentage share of manufactured goods in total export has tended to rise. Presently, gems and precious metals, machinery and vehicles are the notable export of India. This point to the fact that plant development program have started giving their result. So that way you will write the answer of this question. So student, I discussed four questions, important question, four or five question, important question that are frequently asked in the examination, and I also discuss how to write their answer. Now, in my next class, I hope you will understand. In my next class, I will start a new chapter that is also very interesting and important chapter. That is new economic policy. In this chapter, I will discuss about LPG liberalization, privatization, and globalization. You must have to write their answer also in your way, and send it on the WhatsApp group. So I'll start in my next video, next chapter. Thank you.